What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to be doing some pond hopping for bass. It's late March and these bass should be starting to come up shallow to feed to prepare for the spawn. So hopefully we can catch a few today. These past few weeks I've been struggling to catch pretty much anything. So hopefully today will be the day that I can break that curse and I can get some decent fish. Alright guys, all ready to start. You know me, I have the jerkbait tied on and the Texas rig craw tied on. I'm gonna obviously start with the jerkbait to see how these fish are feeling. I'm gonna go one loop around the pond with the jerkbait. If nothing's biting on this, then I'll switch to this, and then if nothing is working, I'll switch to something entirely different. But let's just get started. See if I can find some fish today. Ooh, I'm already seeing some little fry or bait fish or something. Very shallow. It's a good sign. Come on, can I get one first cast? It's probably too much to ask to get one first cast. Oh, that's a fish. That didn't take long. It's been maybe 5 minutes, if that. Oh, I think I snagged him. Oh, I snagged him. Oh, that's not good. Okay, don't put a hook in me. I think he just sort of swiped at it. It just hooked him on the outside of the mouth and then on the fin. Well, there it is, first straight fish of the day, probably about 10 inches. Questionable catch because it might have been snagged, might have not. He definitely swiped at it. But yeah, first fish of the day. Let's just put him back. All right, it's a little bit of a drop, but you can manage it. See ya. It was marking 4 minutes on my GoPro, so that didn't take long at all. There's definitely bigger fish here though, so let's just cast right back out there and see if we can upgrade. I still have yet to catch like a really good fish this year. I think all I've been catching is dinks, so I really need, you know, a decent fish, 3 pound, something like that. I would consider a 3 pound fish to be a very good fish, at least for Maryland. Maybe in other places in the United States not that impressive, but here in Maryland a 3 pound fish is pretty good. You won't catch too many of those, especially at a pond like this. Seeing some signs of carp here. There's some bubbles coming up in the middle of the pond. There was another pond over there that had some carp, and it was way smaller than this one. It was maybe a third of the size, not even. And it had some carp. So I'm curious whether this pond has carp. Anyway, that's a thought for another day. Let's just focus on bass right now. Okay, I think the first bite with the jerkbait may have been a fluke because nothing else bit on it. So I'm gonna switch to the craw now, make another loop of the pond and see if I can find some on that. And if not, there's one more pond in this spot that I can try, and then we'll see what we do from there. But let's switch over to the craw and see what we can get on that. Okay, I've made it to pond number 2. I'm gonna use the craw for this one just because I haven't really use the craw too much today. This pond is looking pretty full, honestly. A lot of more water than last time I was here. It's looking rather stained though, so that's a concern. We can't really know a spot until you try it, so just gonna toss the craw there and check it out myself. Oh yeah, I already got hit. First cast. He was running with it. Awesome. Oh, this feels like a good fish, bro. This might be a good fish. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Don't come off, buddy, don't come off. Come over here. Oh my god, that is a chunk. That's gotta be maybe 2.5 pounds. That is exactly what I was looking for today, guys. A nice fish around 2 pounds on the craw, on a pond. Awesome. All right, let's let this guy go. Get another one. Oh yes, you're a chunk. You are so beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, bye-bye. Man, got my arm all wet, but that was awesome. So I'm fishing today, guys. It's just a craw. I think this is a Guggen squad craw. Just have it pegged, have a bullet weight on it, worm hook, Texas rigged, and that's what did it. Let's see if we can catch another one. No, it started to rain a little harder, but I don't want to go. After catching that fish, I want another one. Oh my god, is that another fish? Well, that answers that question. It wasn't, you dummy. All right, let's move on from this spot, go around the pond. I'm feeling very confident after catching that fish. There might be a couple more in this pond. That's definitely the biggest fish I've caught from this specific pond. I think the biggest I've caught before that was like a, maybe like a 1.5, maybe at the most. Side is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good for a bite. It's a laid down here there. It's quite an old laid down, but it's fished quite well the other few times I've been here. Oh, did you see that? Was that a carp? I don't think the camera caught that. A pretty big fish just jumped there. Bass don't usually jump like that for no reason. So I can only assume that was a carp. I didn't get a glimpse of it, but I saw him jump. Oh, there's a herd of white-tailed deer just behind me. I don't know if you can see them. That's cool. Well, that's pretty fun. Fun afternoon. I got to catch a couple of fish and look at a herd of white-tailed deer. That's always good. Well guys, that was fun. I fished 2 ponds and got 2 fish, 1 fish per pond. So you know, not amazing but not terrible either. You can't really expect much out of a late winter's day when it's still a little bit cold outside and these fish haven't completely waken up yet. But I'm still glad to have gotten on some fish. That was pretty fun. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. I apologize for the lack of content recently, but I should be posting a little more consistently now that spring is coming. These fish are gonna start biting and it's gonna get a lot easier to film some videos for you guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go hit that like button down below and subscribe for some more awesome fishing content on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.